This video focuses on the installation, compiling of LAMMPS on the Cori supercomputer of the NERSC. There are two partitions on Cori because they use different type of processors. There's the Haswell partition that use Intel Haswell, the regular Haswell Intel, and the other partition is the Knights Landing using the Intel Xeon Phi coprocessor, which has a slightly different architecture, which deliver a very large number of cores. So in this video, I will present the installation on the Knights Landing. In short, they are called KNL. So the first step is going to upload a version of LAMMPS on your Cori account. So this is done using WinNCP. You are going to create a hostname called cori.nersc.gov, followed by your username on the NRC. Actually, let's type login here. Yes, and then your username. Can pass this first window, followed by your password on NERSC, followed by the 6-digit that you're going to obtain from the Google Authenticator on your phone. So I'm reading it right now. I'm entering those digits, 6 digits. And it should go through directly to the server. So this is the Cori account for myself, and these are the files I have here. So what I did is I already uploaded a version of LAMMPS, the most recent stable version of LAMMPS on the computer. I have also uploaded a couple of files that we're gonna need for the installation. The first file is script make package Cori, which will help us do the compiling, and the script KNL LAMMPS and script Cori LAMMPS. We're gonna need those two. So I'm going to show you two ways to run LAMMPS simulations. One is simply by loading the module LAMMPS without any compiling. So that's probably the fastest approach if you do standard calculation and are not using advanced function of LAMMPS. And then I will show you how to compile LAMMPS directly if you are using very specific packages, such as those to perform Monte Carlo molecular dynamics simulation for things like segregation and so on. So I will show you the compiling directly of LAMMPS. Okay, so the software has been installed, has been uploaded on your server. We're going to open now a PuTTY window. Okay, so same thing is gonna have hostname cori.nersc.gov. Something I suggest before you continue is make sure the window appearance use a font size of 14 at the minimum, so it's readable. Otherwise, it's really too small. Okay, and so I'm gonna open this, type my password, and then sorry, my username, and then my password, followed by the 6 digits that I can read from the Google Authenticator, and I should go through it directly on Cori. So I'm on Cori. So this is a mirror image of this here. Okay, so first step is going to enter the file. So you're going to perform tar minus xvf LAMMPS stable. Okay, it will take care of creating the folder for you. Now in this is the same as before. It's gonna have two folders we're interested in: the SRC, which is the source code where we can compile the code, and the example. So first, let me show you how to run a simulation of LAMMPS using the module LAMMPS that is already pre-loaded on Cori, and that doesn't require any compiling. So, for instance, you are going to need two files, the input file. So here the input file can be found in directory example, indent. We're going to use the indent one. So that's an example of indent input file in.indent, just a text file. And we're going to need a script. So if I return to my home level, I created a script which we're going to verify. I call script Cori LAMMPS. Okay. And it has the proper setup for running a simple simulation. It will load automatically LAMMPS. So right now it will be run using the debug node, which enables me to kind of skip the queue and test quickly if the simulation runs. But I cannot do a run that's very long. So when you are in production mode, you will change this line sbash-p by a compute node. Okay, so we'll change that to compute. The other thing you will change is the mail user. So right now I set this up to be my username. So it will send me an email when the simulation starts and ends. Of course, if you don't change this, when you run your own simulation, I will be receiving the email. So I don't want to advise that. So you should change the username to your own username. So now the KNL processor on Cori, one node has 68 cores. So when you change the number of nodes, you will be you will multiply this number by 68 and enter this number here. Okay, and then there's nothing. If you load LAMMPS, it is already assumed to be programmed as LMP Cori, then your input file. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna copy this script and the example on a directory on the Scratch, because we don't run the simulation on your home directory, we run them on the compute nodes. So we're gonna do cd. So you type $CSC Scratch, and it goes directly to your path here. I created a folder for LAMMPS, and I have already an example here. Okay, I'm gonna just clean up everything in this to make it clean. Okay, and I'm gonna copy the script I had in the home directory. So tilde stands for home, Cori, LAMMPS, that here. And then I'm going to copy the example, the input file of the example. So it was example indent, and then in.indent here. Now, if you look at the indent file, it's a standard file here. If you remember, the dump is not by default done. The output is not done by default. So I will unmark this line, okay, to make sure you can visualize the atom. All right. Okay, so now how do you run the calculation? Simply sbatch followed by the script. Okay, then you can verify that your calculation has been running. So right now it's pending. Okay, so that's the first method. We'll wait for the results. The second method, now we're gonna compile the code using one of the pre-existing makefile. So a makefile is a special script for compiling that links the libraries. There is one that's provided for Cori that works well with KNL. We just need to make one modification to this file, and I will show you, to make it work for your code. Okay. Okay. So now my simulation is completed. Gonna verify. We have a dump file here, and we can just check what's written in the logs. I use more log.lamps to quickly check. You press the spacebar to scroll down quickly. I'm gonna use it to compare the two methods. So you see this one show me that I did the first 30,000 steps in 3.3 seconds with 68 processors. Now, consider that using 68 processors or cores for a number of 420 atoms is definitely overkill. There's just 3 or 4 atoms per cores here. So it's not going to be very efficient with a low number of atoms like this, but gets much more efficient when we multiply this by order of magnitude. Okay, so 3.3 seconds, the second step 3.2 seconds. Very wonderful. Okay, so now let's go back to the home directory. You type cd, and we're going to pay attention to now we're going to go in lamps. src. Okay, I'm gonna copy from my home directory the script make package Cori here. We're gonna verify that everything is in order in this file. So this is make clean all. You can of course adjust to those packages. Usually minibody is required because it has all the minibody interatomic potentials we need. Also, we can use the optimize form of the potential to go a bit quicker. But what's important here is to make sure you have Cori 2. So that's the make file we're going to modify. Okay. So how do we modify the make file? So we're going to go into cd make. We have the make files. And this appears in machines. And it's located here, makefile Cori 2. So I'm going to open this Cori 2. All right. So the issue in the current makefile is the FFTW doesn't link properly to the code. And so we're going to use the one that's already pre-installed in Labs. And so to do so, you go down the list until you reach the line FFT library here. And the 3 lines about FFT. And we're just going to comment out these lines. Like this. Okay. Now we're going to return to the top header, because it indicates something we have to do before we compile the code, and something that also will have to be done before you run the simulation. So because we're going to use the KNL, we want to make sure that we are swapping the Cray PE as well, which is the default, to Cray PE MIC KNL. Okay. And the second thing we want to make sure we have is the module load Cray P huge pages to M. Okay, so I'm going to copy this line here. We'll see. I'm going to exit this. Go back to SRC. Okay. So the first one. So let's take a look at what's available for me. So this could be different on your on your account on Comet. I'm gonna just look at the list of modules I have. So right now by default, and yours should probably look the same, you have Cray P as well. And I do have the Cray P huge pages 2M, so I don't need to reload this one, it's already loaded. But the first one is not there, so I'm gonna type it, module swap Cray P as well to Cray P MIC KNL. Okay, and then module list again to verify that it has been swapped. So that's it. So that's the only change I need to make here. Okay. So now I'm gonna start the compiling sh script make package Cori, and I will stop here and voila, the end of the compiling. So it should tell you have produced a file called lmp Cori2 with no error messages. Okay, so that took a good 10 minutes to get to this point. So with that now, we're gonna go back to our Scratch directory. So now I'm in my Scratch directory in the labs folder, and we're gonna go back to the indent example. I'm gonna just clean up the log and the indent example output and the dump. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna copy the executable made after the compiling, which is located in src. So lmp Cori2 here. And I'm going to copy the script I made for Cori. So I just ran the calculation with the script Cori2 knl lamps. It's already running. We have the results. So I'm fast. Double check. So this one took 3 seconds. It's a bit faster. 2.4 seconds. So this is actually the compiled code was slightly faster than the pre-made compiling of lamps. Yeah, and that's it for the installation and compiling of lamps on Cori.